Okay, so an if statement never has such a smaller word had so much power. This is our main method within programming of making a selection or trying to find a choice. If you've got an if statement, you're more than likely to be using it when in your data flow diagram you've got your diamond. Because you've got a question, and whenever you've got one of those sort of questions, you could always reword it as an if. So let's have a think of our Hangman game. If they enter a letter. Well, yes, they have entered a letter. No, they haven't. So now we're going to actually see how we can use that if statement to represent that. Okay, so what we're looking at within Python is the same sort of sentence that you'd have in English, and a bit like what we've already put in the diamond. We're talking about, well, actually, if something happens, we're going to indent the code. I'll just do it as a blue line for a second to make sure that I leave a tab. If something happens, output something, or say something, or do something. Do something. Just this one thing. And in a nutshell, that is the basic if statement. But what we can do is extend it slightly, but we'll stick with this one for a second. So we could say if it is sunny, leave a tab, go out and play football. Running out of space, just about fit in. We could also go a little bit further and say, well, if the length of the word is bigger than or greater than, if your maths teacher's listening, greater than 72, print, oh, let's try and colour code that one actually, print, how did I get that? The length of your entered word, so whatever their guess was, so if the len of guess is greater than, oh no, let's go with is equal to 1, colon, you've got a letter guess. And everything that you need to do for that letter can go under here, all in that same sort of line. In the indent in that case is important, but we don't just want to check if they've entered a letter. We don't want to say, because that means that all we've done at the moment is represent this bit in our diagram. We also want to include that no at the bottom, and to do that we need an else. Ignoring the indent for the else, you go slightly back to the beginning, so it should be in line with the if, and you put the colon on the end of the else, and now you've got your second option. So I can now enter code here to say that they've put a word guess in. Try it out in your code. You're looking for using an if statement to see whether or not they've entered a guess of a single character or the guess of the word. Now if you remember when I accidentally typed undo a greater than symbol in there, why not see, and it's a challenge, if you could reword that and get the same effect. so that you could find out whether it was a word guess just by an if statement. Good luck, and I look forward to seeing the results.